I apply the pressure, pressure. I apply the pressure, yeah, pressure. I apply the pressure.
Yo, welcome back to the show, man. It's been a lot of stuff going on with this Lil Durk situation. Everybody's talking about it. Lil Durk actually did the crash out of the year, if you ask me. And they've been doing crash out activities. None of this would have happened if they would have let FBG Duck live. But they were too selfish. They didn't want to see somebody else come up. So this is what happens when you selfish and you don't want to see somebody else come up, man. You end up crashing out all the way. And it's just a crazy situation. I'm going to say one thing. This hurts the city of Chicago. This hurts our people because Lil Durk actually did some great things, man. And this is the mayor of Chicago right here. This is the mayor of Chicago speaking on Lil Durk. But check this out. Lil Durk gave him $150,000 donation to his campaign. Man, let's see what he got to say about Lil Durk.
Right, that he has not been tried. And look, I understand the question. I don't want you to think I don't understand the question. I'm just saying.
The first thing this nigga says, he has not been tried. See, that's the issue with our community. That's why we got so many demons out here in the streets talking about he hasn't been tried. The feds got him, bro. All the pieces of the puzzle, if you look at what's going on. But I understand he's a politician. So what he's going to do is he's going to beat around the bush instead of tell how he really feels.
You're asking me a question about someone who has worked to transform his life, who has admitted that he is on a journey to transformation and has not been charged with anything, has not been convicted of anything. And so if you're asking me if I should make a judgment on a black man before a full trial has actually come to fruition, I hope you do understand why it is not my position to.
Now that nigga got paid, bro. He don't want to get the money back. Now it's a black man who recently made these choices. This ain't coming back from 20 years ago or something that somebody else did and he happened to be around. This a black man. That's what's wrong with our community, bro. It's about identity politics. Who you like is who you with, bro. Not if they're right, not if they wrong, not if they this guy should have been like, look, he hasn't been convicted yet. But from what I'm hearing, this is terrible, and I'm gonna let the judicial system figure this out.
To determine.
But the reporter also asked him, was he gonna get the money back? And he beating around the bush.
And the outcome of someone's life, especially in a system that, quite frankly, has not been overly now.
First of all, can we just get your reaction to the news of this famous hometown person who has an organization that's doing good things with kids being arrested in connection with this and have a follow-up?
Yeah, well, look, I don't know all the circumstances and details around, these accusations. What I do know, though, is that Lil Durk's mission to build financial literacy for children across the city and making other critical investments for the children of the city, where his heart, has been. And I mean, there's no secret to the trauma that he grew up in and how he has worked to turn that trauma.
This nigga making hella excuses for Lil Durk, right? All right, because here's why. It don't matter how much good you do, bro. You can do 100 good things, but you do one bad thing, like murder or more than one murder that you've been connected with, then you got to say, fuck the 100 things that he did good. That one particular thing is what's going to fuck you up. And that's what's going to fuck him up, man. Thank God that the feds took over this case. That's why Chicago is so sucky right now, bro. Everybody's doing all these crimes. We just letting these black boys, because of trauma in their life, instead of helping get jobs in the community. We want to give millions of dollars to migrants. That's what this guy's doing. This guy's giving away millions of dollars, opening up schools that were closed down in the Black community so that migrants can have a place to live for free. Now it's all of this shit, bro. That's what's wrong with the Black community, bro. We gotta be like everybody else. When you do something wrong in our community, you gotta pay the consequences. And that's what's gonna happen to Lil Durk. Lil Durk, he has to pay the consequences, because I'm not gonna lie to you. I believe what the Fed said. And this guy, he should have more information, or he should just say no comment on Lil Durk. But making excuses is not what we need right now, man. We need real healing, and we need real shit going on. So this guy right here, condemned Kanye West for just talking, but he won't condemn the actions of Lil Durk for what he's suspected of doing. And that's my issue with this particular mayor right here. It's a lot of issues, but that's one of the issues, bro. The way he just answered this shit, Lil Durk even admitted, they say I terrorized my city. You know what I'm saying? So you can pass out dollars and be a drug dealer and pass out dollars to all the kids in the neighborhood. But when it all boils down, you're a drug dealer. You can pay somebody's rent, somebody in need, you can pay their rent. You're still a drug dealer. You got to go to jail for the crime of dealing drugs if you don't be smart about what you're doing. That's what happened with Lil Durk. He was not smart about what he was doing, and it ended up costing him maybe his career and maybe his life. Now, I don't know. I think there's a chance that he could be found not guilty, but I doubt it. This is a federal case. They got the manpower to just look at Lil Durk, follow him around, pay people, give wiretaps to motherfuckers. They got the power to do that. And that's what this mayor is trying to avoid. He's trying to avoid responsibility because somebody did something good. Like I said, if you're a drug dealer, you give out money to the kids, you pass out turkeys. It don't stop you from being a drug dealer. Maybe you haven't killed nobody, but your drugs are killing the community. If you don't figure out how to get up out the game before it's too late, and that's what Durk failed to do. He failed to get up out the game before it was too late. So if you don't get up out the game before it's too late, you fucked all the way up, no matter how many good things you did in the community, Mr. Mayor.
Pressure, I apply the pressure. Pressure, pressure, I apply the pressure. Pressure, pressure, I apply the pressure. Yeah, pressure, pressure, I apply the pressure.